to Civic Space TV. This is Women Rise, Women at the Front Line. My name is Nayiga Madreen, your host, and thank you for always tuning into our show. Yes, today on this particular episode, I have Kukunda Blessing. She's the head operations at Blessed Wines. She has been employed in different working places, but currently she's running a manufacturing business. Yes, we rarely see women into these things, manufacturing and all that. So today we are really honored to have Blessing. She'll tell us more about manufacturing, why she had to venture into that particular business. Yes, so Blessing, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Women at the Front Lines.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, to our viewers, how do you describe yourself? Kindly say hello to our viewers and then tell us more about Blessing.
Hello viewers, thank you for watching. I'm called Kukunda Blessing. I'm the head operations Green Door Surprise Uganda Limited, who are the manufacturers of pressed wines. We manufacture wines from our locally organic fruits.
Okay.
Like the matoke, the strawberries, the grapes, the pineapples, which are all grown around here. Yes, and our factory is in Nansa na Wakiso. Yes,
Okay.
that's where we are based.
And then the wines you are called Blessed Wines, and you're called Blessings. Wow, tell us what is the history behind that?
The history behind breast wines. I've been employed in different spaces, different companies, some public spaces, but after some times I felt I needed to do something independently on my own, be innovative and see how best I can achieve what I want. And so I went to, that's how I started Green Door Surprise. And then we went into manufacturing, mainly for value addition. I felt like in manufacturing, that's when I can see growth.
Okay.
Yeah, because being value addition, you can see, you can start from, you will see yourself starting from 1 to 10. Yeah, you keep adding on, and being that we have varieties of raw materials, like matoke, which is always in printing. You know, Ugandans, we grow matoke a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so during peak seasons, you find farmers are getting losses in their harvests. So with wine manufacturing, I found it an opportunity to do value addition. I started with matoke.
Okay.
And in those peak seasons, instead of farmers losing out, I pick that matoke
and
then
use it
for wines.
Wow. Yes, so Blessing, before we go into more into manufacturing, would you mind telling us what did you growing up? How was it? How was your experience? Share with our viewers.
Growing up, I grew up in a simple family, a humble family. I did formal education up to university.
Okay.
It was a simple life like any other normal life, nothing so much special or what, but yeah. And went to from primary, secondary up to university. Yeah, then started working.
Okay. So from university, you started working. You were employed by other people. So when do you start this Blessed Wine? Which year did you start? And who inspires you to join this business? Or did you have it when you're growing through education? Did you think of becoming a manufacturer? And why specifically into wines?
I'm a social worker by profession.
Okay.
So I used to do a lot of community work. I've worked with the different organizations, businesses and what. So time came when I was working with some program which was into community research.
Okay.
That's when I developed the idea after visiting different communities. And so I saw the opportunity and I felt like, yeah, I can grab this and take it on. I saw different people in manufacturing, but they were doing wines on the low scale and using those raw tools, raw means, and it was not coming out well. So I felt like, yeah, if I go this way, maybe I can do something
bigger. Okay. So how is the business? How is Blessed Wines?
Blessed Wines is actually growing. You see, even reaching here is something is an indicator that yeah, it has grown.
Yes.
So I started in 2019.
Okay.
That's when I started production. And breast wines to be on the market, it was 2020. It's funny that
but I see the times were danger times.
Yeah,
COVID-19. How did you thrive?
They were danger times, but I think it was a blessing in disguise for me, because it was a great time for me to do marketing, do enough research, look for everything around.
And people had time.
I would do social media advertising. That's actually, I think, my first 70% of my customers were from social media, because we are crossed off, so we are doing everything from home. It was only internet working, so yeah, it was COVID time was a great time for me to do more research, do a lot of marketing. So by the time they opened, I was ready to
go.
Yes.
Wow. And then you take us through, how is the experience?
The experience is actually not so easy, but when you're ready for it, I was not prepared enough for it, because yes, I went through orientation from different people who were already in the market, but of course they couldn't give me the actual, like the real thing I'm going to experience, the real experience. So I had to do my own research, which was a bit hard. Like they tell you, after production, you pack, you go to the market, but they didn't tell me that you can actually do production and it all goes bad, and then you start from zero. So it was not easy, but I kept on doing research, asking different people who are in the same sector. I got a chance. I think we are lucky that people in business at this time, they have people to refer to. We have mentors. So I kept asking around, and people were ready to help, which was good. I remember there is someone who saw my first advert, and immediately she went into my inbox. She was like, okay, I've been in wines. Yes, I closed the business, but at least if you need anything to do with wines, I'm here to help. Yeah, so she gave me contacts of suppliers, everything. She was like, in case you need anything in wines, just let me know. I'll guide you. And it was so helpful. Even the customers, the first customers, you would approach a customer, you give him a bottle, and he's like, oh, this is nice, but the label needs some this and this stuff. We kept changing, and here we are.
Yeah. What does it take to be in business? I know there are a lot of women in business, but what does it take as a woman? What does it take for you to be in business?
One thing I can say is to be intentional. Yeah, and be focused. Look at the goal. Because if you look at what is happening now, you may be left away from the main goal. So, like for Blessed Wines, I knew I needed something bigger and better, and I wanted to be a bit different from what was around. So, when I started, I believe in feedback. So, when I started, I used to consider more of feedback from the clients, because I'm actually making it from the clients. So if they say, no, this has failed, or this is working, then I take it in positively. Yes, of course, there are both negative and positive feedback. I would take both and then choose what best can work. Of course, not everything they will tell you that you have to follow, because you know the goal, you have your own vision, you know where you want your company to be. So you choose from what they tell you. Then to avoid being too, women, we are too emotional. But when it comes to business, we have to put our emotions on the side.
Yeah.
And then we focus. You reach somewhere, and then we have this system, being that at the start, I didn't have an outlet. So I used to do deliveries, and I wanted to create this relationship with my customers. So that I can get to know the first-hand information, the feedback, how they are taking it, how best I can improve, what. And somehow it didn't go well as I had planned.
Yeah.
Because some people would make like orders for deliveries. You reach there and then you find they have a totally different motive. And you see, you don't want to spoil everything. Somehow you have to be. It was not easy, but after some time, I had to leave deliveries. Making personal deliveries, I had to put on a team to do the deliveries. Because I'm not talking about men as being bad because they are customers, but some take it for granted that if a lady is into this business, then what she needs maybe money. What? So she's like, no, I can give you this, then you leave the business. Or makes an order, you take an order, then when you reach there, he's like, you know what? I can pay for a box. I don't need the wine. I just need to have time with you. And you're like, God. But yeah, we have to go past that. Yeah. We know those challenges are there. And even when it comes to financial part, we don't have enough resources. It's even when you go to the bank and you have your own security, let's say you have a plot of land, they'll ask you for the husband's signature. Whether you have the husband or not, but they feel you should not be having this property or you can't. Yeah. So it's a bit challenging. But on the other hand, there are different organizations which are like taking it on for women, helping women in this. So it's a two-way thing. So, but the
okay, and I know that there are many people doing wines. So how are you being innovative? What keeps you relevant as Blessed Wines into this market? The competition, how do you handle?
The competition is there, but one thing I did from the start was compliance. I started in 2019, but by 2020, I was fully registered. 2021, I got my UNBS stamp. And in that same year, 2021, I got my URA digital stamp. So at least I know I can be anywhere I want to be. The supermarkets, because like with supermarkets, they can't take on your products without the UNBS stamp, without the digital stamp. Even these shops, when it comes to wine manufacturing, it's a bit difficult for someone to stock your product without the UNBS because they will come and take away the stock. So I did compliance, which has helped me and somehow taken me to a different level because there are very many people in wine manufacturing who are not compliant and they can't even be out there. So, and another thing, I've tried to be flexible and be everywhere. When it comes to expos, where some think there's no money, there's no what, I feel it's the best avenue for advertising, brand visibility. So I've tried my best to be everywhere, to be out there, and yes.
Yeah, and is it paying off?
Yeah, it is. At least you meet in the 10 people you meet, at least 5 have met you in an expo.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really paying out. Yes, there are no sales yet. They are there, but not as much as I want. But at least I'm seeing the positive effect. Yeah.
Okay. And I want us to go deep into manufacturing. Take us through what does it take for any manufacturer? The raw materials, you talked of bananas. Yeah, which other kind of materials are you using for your wines? Which types of wines do you have?
Yeah, for manufacturing, I think I would say for someone to enter into manufacturing, they need to be emotionally, psychologically, and financially ready for it, because it's not a smooth ride.
Emotionally also.
Yes, even emotionally, because
okay.
it's a bit draining. You know, you can make a purchase. Let's say for matoke, I will use matoke because it's the common product. You purchase like let's say 100 batches. By the time they reach you, you find you have only like 50. The rest are already spoiled, and you have to use the clear ones, the clean ones, the without any damage. So if you're not emotionally ready,
you won't handle.
You won't handle. But yeah, like any other business, you need to be ready for it. Know that yes, you will get profits, but the losses are also there. In case you get a challenge, you need to ask around, get mentors in the same business, so that they can guide you. They will not give you everything you need to know, but at least they will give you the basic information.
So, Blessing, I want you to take us through step by step. How is wine made? How is it manufactured from step one to the last one when it is ready for we, the consumers?
To take you through the whole process.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to combine a process of 1 year in 2 minutes. So I was like, yes.
You mean it takes like for you to get the wines ready? How long is even that period?
The list is 1 year.
1 year.
If you want real wine, yes,
Oh
1 year. So it takes like 1
It
year.
needs a lot of patience.
Yeah, that's
if
why I
you're
was
not
telling
patient,
you, if you enter in wanting money, you may not be able to get
1
it.
year I'm waiting for how many bottles of wine?
Oh, but what you do is we do different batches. Like you produce like today, then after a week you produce another batch, after week, so that by the time you get it out,
Okay.
yeah, at least there's a flow.
Wow. I'm ready to listen.
Yeah, like from reception of the materials, and we have different kinds of wines, but with different processes. But I will take you through the one for, let's say, matoke.
Yeah.
From reception, you sort them out, then you keep them for like a week, depending on the season. If it's a dry season, they can take like 3 days to get ripe.
Okay.
If it's a wet season, it can take like 4 days or 5 days. It doesn't need to be too ripe, because if it becomes too ripe, it's going to be juice. So after a week, when they are ready, you just peel them. Then you boil water. That is for those who are still using the manual methods.
Okay.
You boil water, depending on the ratios you have, the kind of batch you have you want to produce. Then from there, when let's say the water gets ready, you just mix in, then smash, then filter. From there, you let it cool like for like up to 60 degrees. Then you mix in whatever you want to mix in. Those in wines, they know maybe they want to put in the nutrients. Those who put in sugar, those who, depending on the kind of wine they want. Then after that, you let it cool and put it in the whatever container you want to put in. Let's say the drums. It takes like 2 weeks. Okay. Then after like 2 weeks, you start sieving. You sieve for like continuously for first 3 months till you feel it's what you want. Then after like 3 months, you check the bricks, the sugar levels, if it's what you want. You check the alcohol content, if it's what you want. You check the oxidation, if the oxidation, I mean, wine is not supposed to be open, and if the air enters in, it changes the taste, like it changes everything. It changes the taste, it changes the color. Okay. So you have to keep checking so that you're on the right track. Then from there, you just keep it.
For how many months now?
For the list is 7 months.
Wow.
Yes, the list is 7 months. So you have to keep it there and do other things.
Oh my God. And how many, like you said, in batches? So each batch, how many like bottles do you come up with, you produce?
We do, let's say, liters. You can say that each batch, depending on your capacity, because it depends on the money you're having.
Okay.
Because you have to buy the materials, you have to pay the people working, like everything. So depending on your capacity, you can do like 10 jerrycans per batch. Now, if you are doing 10 jerrycans per batch, those are 200 liters per week.
Okay.
Yeah, so a month you find you're having a roughly 500 liters. Yeah, that is for small scale.
For small scale.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So if you keep producing weekly or monthly, depending on your financial capacity anyway. And it's not all about production, because you can produce a lot, yet in actual sense you still have a lot to consider for you to be ready on the market, because when it gets ready and you get it out, you have to get bottles, you have to get labels, you have to get seals, you have to do the UNBS certification. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot, yeah.
So are you doing something else as you're doing the blessed wines? Because waiting for a full year, that is
yeah. I started production in 2019, but as I told you, I started marketing in 2020. By then I was still doing something else. But when I went into the market, I felt like, no, I need to give this business my all.
Okay.
So for now, I'm not doing anything else. I'm concentrating on the wine.
Wow. Yeah, we have women in business, and it's not easy. Yes, you told us some of the challenges that you go through, financial, and then the people you're working with. How many people do you work with on your team?
On my team, I have 9 people.
9 people.
Yes, of these, only 5 are permanent.
Okay.
The rest are temporary. It's quite challenging as a woman and as any other business person. It's challenging, even when it comes to employees. Yeah, they feel you're a woman, and in production, women, they use men. So there's that superiority that comes in. They feel you're not supposed to tell them this, tell them that. But yeah, as the business owner, you know what you want, so you have to step in and do and guide as you want it to be done. Then we have the, given my age, you find you need some people to work with who are older than you, and somewhere it comes in, someone feels like, this one is young, it's not supposed to be telling me this. Or even you, because out of respect, you feel you can't be on this person all the time.
People go here, I know.
So it's quite challenging, but yeah, we work like any other working environment. And then even when it comes to other business challenges like taxes, as women, we are a bit weak and we have that fear. I remember when URA came to me for verification of the business, I even nearly closed the business, but I had to ask for advice. Yeah, and they're like, no, you face them, let them tell you what they want, and you work on it. And yeah, I did. It was about digital stamps. Okay. And what I would advise other people, mainly in manufacturing, is compliance. The moment you start, do compliance, because I had not done the digital stamps because I had not seen the need yet. I thought I was still small. But when URA came in, I lost my stock because I had those stockists who already had the product. Yes, it already had the UNBS, but it didn't have the digital stamp. So I lost some, and really, if I had done it before, I wouldn't, because it took me back. I made some financial losses. So I would advise anyone who is ready to go into mainly beverages to consider digital stamps. Yeah, from the word go. From the word go.
I know, and because these days everything is so much into digitalization is.
So there's a challenge, because you find when it comes to taxes, like us in wines, you find you're paying 20% of the product price. So that's a lot of money. By the end of the month, you find yourself you have to pay like excise duty of of like 2-3 million in a month. So if you've not made enough sales, surely, and remember this is just excise duty and you have other things to do, you have salaries, you have bills to pay, so it's quite challenging, but yeah, we have to move.
Are there moments that you've experienced and where a time has come and you've not made any sales, yet you have so a lot of things to do? How do you handle? How have you handled?
It happens. Not once, not twice. It happens, but you have to, like I've told you, you have to be strong. Like it's you have
emotional support.
You need emotional support, and you need other things to do, maybe to occupy you. I remember there's a time when the season was quite bad, and I had made some big losses. So all I did was to now focus on myself as an individual, as the business owner. So I had to do a certain course as an individual, so that at least it can keep me. Yes.
Okay. And so to the people who would want to join the manufacturing industry, basically the woman, what should they prepare for when they're thinking of joining?
What I can say is they should be ready if they are ready to start. One, they should be ready for all the challenges in and ready to face them. There's no easy money. Everything you have to work for it. And there's no one who is going to be sympathetic for them that, yes, you see, for you, a woman, let me give you money. No, you have to work for it and you have to show the value. So they need to be intentional. Then there's, they need to, I can say, they need to work on themselves first, know what they want, their weaknesses, their strength, so that if you know your weakness maybe is appearing in a camera or what, maybe they can look for someone who can be the face for it, because the purpose is to push the business. Then they have to leave some other things like this, the luxuries. Yes, you need a nice bag, but a nice bag is 200, but you have an employee to pay. You have to first consider the business, but still you don't have to be about the business all the time. Yeah, you yourself, you also need your own life.
You also need your own time.
Yeah, own time. You have family, you have friends, you have to catch up. Then I would encourage everyone to get a mentor and accountability partners. Yeah, I have friends who have become like a family, and now they've even become business partners. If you tell them this month, I want to push into supermarkets, after 2 days, they will ask you, how far have you gone? Have you approached any supermarket? Do you need help? Do you need this? So everyone needs an accountability partner to push them, to guide them on the way, so that when they get off the track, at least there's someone to say, no, please, you're getting off. Please, this is the way. Yes.
And can I do this small wine business at home?
Yes.
I've seen people and they're doing their own things at home, on small scale. Yeah, producing these wines at home.
Yeah, it's possible.
What does it take for someone who is just starting and is interested in this? What should they have if I want to do it at my home?
It's possible. Even me, I started from home. From one room. Yes. You have to be ready and you know everything that is needed in the manufacturing, so that you don't be ambushed from the word go. Create your own space. Wine doesn't need a lot of mixing, as in different people. Like you take it on yourself. Don't get at the start. Do it yourself, so that you can learn from your mistakes. There's no one who's going to teach you the final thing. Learn from job. Start making 1 jerrycan, make 2 jerrycans, make 3 jerrycans, like that. By the time you make 10 jerrycans, you know what exactly you want. And there's nothing like this is good wine or bad wine. It depends on what you want. If you like a particular taste, you have to concentrate on that particular taste. There's nothing like everyone should taste like this. No. So long as the rest are considered well, then yeah.
Because so it is possible to start in that small space.
It is possible. I started in one room and I'm just expanding now.
Wow.
Yeah, from one room to 2 rooms to 3 rooms, the full house, yes.
Wow.
So it's possible.
Wow.
And I actually do trainings. For those people who are interested, I do trainings. I come to your place, then you show me the area you have and what exactly you need. I take you through, I guide you on what exactly you need.
Because I also wanted to ask the people that you work with, how do you get them? Do you get someone who is specifically into that sector, or anyone can join and you take them through?
Anyone can join unless for the production. The production part, that one is a bit special and a bit different. So I have a quality control manager who comes in during the production. Then I have someone who makes wine and is also makes wine with me. Yeah, so during the productions, it also comes around. So I have specific people for production. Then maybe the rest of the team, those ones come on board and then we train depending on the company policies and what we need. Yes.
And then when it comes to delivering, do you do online deliveries? How do you do it? How do you do the marketing? Which marketing plan are you using?
Mine is deliveries. It was our first channel and we are still doing it. We do deliveries. Then we have stockists on board where we have particular people in different areas. They stock our wine in case someone needs wine in that space. Let's say Entebbe, Kawempe, Mukono, we have people there who have our wines. In case someone is in Mukono and wants wine, I know where to direct them and find it. Then we have exhibitions, like almost every month we are in an expo. Yes, we are out there, but we are not yet in the supermarkets because of their business model. It's not yet matching with ours. But what we are using is the deliveries, the expos, the stock is this. Then there's online. We do online. Online, yes. Yes, Facebook,
What
Twitter.
are your experience with online customers after delivering? What is the reception from people?
Actually, online customers are good when you understand them.
Okay.
Yes. Because 70% of my customers are actually online. So when you understand, I see people complaining, these ones are just about asking how much all the time. But serious customers are there. When you post something, a post may have 10 comments, but in the inbox you have over 50 messages. Where can I find this? Where can I find this? All I can say is that if you say you're doing deliveries, then stick to that. If a customer says, I need, let's say, wine in Entebbe, and you're sure you can deliver it, then deliver it and give them a time frame. Don't tell someone who is in Entebbe that I'm delivering in 10 minutes because you know it's impossible. The other customer will get disappointed. Yes. But you can tell them if you see like someone is in because they are also humans, they understand. If there's no, I'm going to deliver a bottle of 30,000 to Entebbe at a free cost. So you tell them, you give them a time frame so that they can expect it in that time frame, not feel like you've disappointed them or you've not delivered.
So communication and also
communication
being spot on is very key.
Yeah, communication. Communication, and in case it fails, give feedback. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so to the people that do take your wines, any positive feedback on how, maybe you said you consider a lot feedback from people. So when you receive this feedback, when do you do any changes or to make maybe things better?
This feedback comes in different angles. Not that if a customer tells me change the label, I will immediately change. But if I get 20 customers telling me the same thing, then I will automatically know there's something wrong. There I will sit down with my team and we see how best we can change it. Then when it comes to taste, Ugandan wines, we still have a challenge, this mindset that our local wines are not good. So someone is going to buy breast wines and expects it to taste like over Morgan's or what you get. So you have to teach them so that they know this is your own taste, this is your own brand. So they have to take it the way it is, not comparing
these
it with
brands that have been there.
Because even these brands have different tastes. So we have to train them, and I'm happy they are trying to catch up. They are accepting and adapting.
Wow.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, that is good feedback.
Yeah, it is good feedback. And there's that bad feedback where you will take wine to someone, it's like, no, I don't like this. You know, me, I take Italian wine or what. Somewhere you feel so small, but you're like, no, I have nothing to do. Everyone can't be your customer.
That is business.
Yeah, that is business.
And there is a lot that will come. The bad comments will almost overweigh the good ones.
Yeah, they are there. And someone, you're selling a bottle of 30,000, but someone wants maybe like it should come in bottled in a different kind of package, not knowing that there are costs involved.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so but yeah, you select in the comments, most in the feedback, you see which one can be worked on and which one can't be worked on. If the comment is about maybe someone says, no, it's too sweet or what, you see, is it that the taste you want or what? If it is too sweet, can he or she try out the other? Because we have different flavors. We have different, the sweet, the semi-sweet, the dry. Yes, so someone can say it is sweet because maybe doesn't like that taste, but when you give them the other type, they like it. But those who just make random comments just for the sake, some are intentional on making you
feel bad.
Like, no, I can't take these wines, this what? How can wine come from Matoke? No, do you have factories? Do you have barrels? Do you have these machines? How can I take wine from just drums or tanks? You know, but yeah, you take it.
They expect to have that clean wine from
with machines and everything. Yeah. And you tell someone, I started in 2019, then he's asking for wine of 10 years. And you're like, really? Where do I get wine for 10 years? Yet I've been in business for 4 years. So, yeah, but you receive it where you can, you address it. There are those who are ready to learn. There are those who ask wanting to learn, but there are those who just ask for the sake.
Yes. True. And there is a lot of trolling on social media. I think if you're to follow whatever goes,
you just be positive and pick out the few that are important to you, and then leave the rest. Yes.
Oh, wow. So to business ideas, you'll have to speak to our viewers. What business ideas should they consider in any other particular business, not basically for wines, but for someone who is starting a business? Blessed Wines is still young, 2019 to now, but anyone, what would you say to those in business?
What I would say to them is that anyone in business, they need to care much about their branding, because it's this brand that sells us. You find sometimes actually someone doesn't have a good product or what, but the brand is everywhere. Yes, then even you as an individual, as a business owner, you need to be ready for the business, learn more about the business you're starting, know the challenges in it, and in case you face a challenge, don't just run away. Just sit down, see where you've done your best, where where needs change, where needs what, because learning happens daily. Every day we learn, so you need to be ready to learn, make research. And when I say make research, I'm not saying you go to university and study what. No, social media is everywhere now. There's YouTube, there are different people who are in the same business that like you're doing. So I can encourage everyone to make use of that.
You talked of research. Do you think we do enough research before going for businesses? Because you see a business runs for a year and then the next year it is off. I think it's a common challenge here in Uganda.
It's a common challenge. I think
what could be the problem?
One, we have this copycat thing. I see you be doing business and I think maybe it is working
handle.
without knowing what exactly happens inside. So I ran it 2, 3, 4 months and I realized there's I'm not getting what I expected. So I drop it. And some other challenges like financial challenges. You enter the business with 5 million thinking in 5 months you're going to have 10 million.
Recovered.
Actually, you find you have 1 now. So the financial challenges, then the expectations.
A lot.
The expectations be too much and you feel like if you've started this business, it's going to solve all your problems. And when it fails, you just leave it. Then we have these other external factors that we have no control over. Like these days, taxes are everywhere. Many business people have closed up because of taxes. So those ones you can't avoid them because you have to pay according to your But I would encourage every business person to be compliant, to be ready. You don't know when the opportunity comes to you. But when you're ready, you're registered, fully registered, you have union-based qualifications, you have the digital stamp for those who are in beverages and need the digital stamps. You never know when the opportunity knocks on your door.
Sure. And the raw materials that you use for your wines, do you have some that you import from maybe elsewhere? Everything is on the ground?
Everything is on the ground. And what I've done, I do have women groups in the villages who have those materials, raw materials. Like I do, like if I say monthly procurement for, let's say, matoke, I have groups in those villages who collect the matoke, and when they are ready, they're like, please, you can come and pick. So it helps them. Their income levels also change, and they're also learning actually, because when you meet them, it's not about, okay, give me the matoke, it is 10,000. You sit and discuss. There are those things they see as problems or what, but can actually be easily solved there and then. So I pick them from the villages, mainly the women groups. Yes, I work with those women groups. Then there are those who have, like, they're in wine production, but they don't actually know what they're supposed to do. So I help them. They do help them with the trainings. They use the right materials, use the right ingredients, so that they can get the best product out of it.
So everything, you get all your things here?
Yeah, I get everything from here. Yes.
Okay. And are there seasons that you say, this season is always good for us, and where you make most sales, and then those seasons that are not good?
Yeah, our best seasons are October, November, December. Those are it's a festive season, parties, weddings, and parties are our biggest, like, customers. Our main customers are those of parties. Yes, because we do weddings, introductions, giveaways, give them those customized packages with their labels, with no extra charge. So at least they're aware. But there are those seasons of March, April, May, those are our worst seasons. There is fasting for Muslims, fasting for Catholics. Like that Lent period, everything. No, that is our worst period. So what we do is that in those periods, me as a business owner, I look for something, how best I can improve my business, then stop focusing on the sales right now, then focus on maybe which channels I can use, the employee trainings. That's when we count everything
in that season. Okay, so that you don't lose out.
By the time the season comes back, we are ready for it.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a good one. Yeah. And so do you have like bookings? Do people book?
Yeah, we have bookings mainly for parties. So someone tells you, I have a party in 2 months to come. So they pay, you make for them their customized labels. Or sometimes you find, yes, they've paid for like 10 boxes, but by the time the party comes in, they want like 20, or they've reduced. So bookings are important for mainly the parties, because we have to make some customization for them. If they send in their photos, you have to do the graphics part, you do the label part, share with them, they approve. then you go ahead with their packagings and what. Because if they don't book and someone orders for wine today when the party is tomorrow, you can't do everything within that time. And we give room for just in case those upcomings, you can't know what happens. Like I have a scenario where someone made an order like a day before the party, and it was going far, like in Cavalry.
So how do you handle such clients?
You know, some clients you feel for them. Sometimes you feel for them. Not everyone you will take them on, but there are those you feel maybe they forgot or they had challenges with the financials, or the team that was doing the organization was not handling it well, or they had not planned for it, so it comes on depending on the customer. There are those customers you feel you have to really work for them if they are cooperative and they can understand. Because there are those that come in like 2 days before the party and you tell them with customization, let us leave it out. Because like the wine is going to cover. If we do into customization, you will send work to the graphics person, the next 30 minutes he tells you the power is off. You have to wait. And then you have to transport it. So we have to leave a space that those we understand, we are like, you know what, with this kind of arrangement, allow us give you the wine without that customization, because it's late and they understand. There are those we have to do customization and you deliver depending on their kind of arrangement anyway. Yeah, but bookings come in like I can say 2 weeks before the due day. If they can do it 2 weeks before the due day, that's the best. So that we can handle everything within. You can send the wine and it gets lost or broken or anything. So you are at least you are able to fix that within that time.
So Blessing, since 2019 up to now, what are some of the achievements that you can say, you can look on and say, I've achieved this in the shortest time of Blessed Wines?
My achievements would be basically for the business that when we started, we would do sales of two bottles, 3 bottles, 5 bottles.
And that is in a month?
In a month, you find you're selling 10 bottles, 5. And even buying, you find you have to buy 5 bottles. We didn't actually know where to buy them. But as we are growing, at least I know we have suppliers where I can sit at home and say, no, I need 10 packs of bottles. Please deliver them. And within a short time, they are delivered. I've gained the customer trust.
Okay.
Yes, at least I know I have those customers who are there and like December has come. I actually just need to remind them.
Yeah.
December is here. When can we deliver? Like, oh, okay. You can deliver on this day or you can deliver on this day. And we've seen that our customer base grow. At least from, let's say, 100 to 600.
Wow.
Yeah, we've seen the numbers grow. We've seen the trust grow. And even these other companies we think to be too big, and you find they're also bringing you on board. You find these corporate events at the end of the year. They are calling you like, yeah, we are giving our staff hampers, so you can bring your product and we add it in our hampers. It's really success for us. And then these other business organizations we are working with, like you find there's an event and immediately they call you, please, Blessing, I want you to be here. Your product has to be here. And like, it's a real win for us. That's the success I can say.
And then you're employing people. You have a team you're working with.
Yes, and to find that they also sometimes share. They're like, but madam, gatuvude wala. Jukira rulinga. Like I have my delivery person I started with, and recently he was sharing a story how he was delivering 12 bottles to Mukono, and he had them in this backpack. And then he reached somewhere, the motorcycle got a mechanical problem. Then he had to carry them. Others got broken. We didn't know actually where to buy the boxes. So he was saying like, hey, now we can actually pack 100 boxes and put them there. So it's an achievement. Surely we've grown from, I see ourselves from where we've started to where we are. We've really achieved much, and we can see progress towards our goal at least.
And what in the next 5 years, let me say next 5 to 10 years, what are some of the things you're looking at to see that you're growing as a team, as Blessed Wines?
Yeah, as Blessed Wines, actually as Grindo Surprise, we need to add on different products, and we are running already. We want it to be a beverage company, to have wines, have whiskeys, have juices, everything. Now, for example, now we already have juices on board.
Okay.
We have kombucha on board.
Okay.
So we see ourselves in 5 years to come, at least to be a group of beverages. Yeah, we have like a one-stop center. You reach there and everything is there. Then we want our own home, our own factory, and we are in the early stages of it. We've already purchased the land. So at least within 5 years, we shall have put the construction and yes.
Oh, this is nice. And so you talked of the juices. Tell us more about the juices and the kombuchas.
Yeah, we are doing juices, but the juices we are dealing in now, we are starting with these specific, mainly the hibiscuses and the tamarind, then the juice concentrates. Yes, the juice concentrates, like in case we have many people who are into juices and they do parties. So instead of suffering with doing the juicing on the day of the functions, we have concentrates, we just supply them, which are 100% real organic juice with no additive. Okay. So in the day of, let's say a party, they just buy, mix in whichever quantities they want, and they take.
And as a woman in business, what are those challenging moments you feel that, you were put down as a woman?
The challenging moment, there are many, but as a woman, you find that those cases where you need that support, where you need that extra strength to face, like you reach a community, and somehow they are trying to put you down, like a woman, for you, you get money from men, and then how can you do this business? And you feel somehow your efforts are not appreciated.
So people feel that women should not be in these things.
They feel there's someone pushing it. And of recent, I had a
TV. It's your own money.
I had a TV interview, and then someone was like, "So who is funding Breast Wines?" I was like, "No, it's my own." Like, "No, yes, I know you are the face, but who is funding it?
So
I know you can't own
there's someone putting the cash."
And somehow you feel like this is my effort. Sometimes you're running into loans, you're in loans, the bank people are on your case, but then someone else is feeding. There's someone feeding in them. You can't get all this money. Where do you get it? I know there must be someone funding it, and it's not an easy one. Then when it comes to family, someone's like, for you business people, you don't actually care about your families. When do you know? You are just after money. When in actual sense, you're actually looking for money to take care of your family. But they feel you cannot be that person who can have a stable family and run it and do everything. And then, but there is also a good side of it, in that you reach in a space when you say, "This is my product, I do this," and someone is like, "Wow, a woman, you do this. This is so good."
Woman.
Yeah. No, if you need this, then you check on, like, you find those red opportunities for you because you've put in the effort. You've put in, like, you're out there, you're ready to achieve something. There are those opportunities, but the challenges are also there. But you try to look on the positive side. And you leave this other side. After all, if someone says they are finding you and you know it's you who is doing it, then that shouldn't be.
And Blessing, I wanted to ask this. Is there a business you can do without getting a loan first? Should all business people, maybe, no, not all, but usually when you need to get a loan?
From experience, I wouldn't advise someone to get a loan when starting. Yes, I didn't get a loan while starting. I got it in the middle there. Like now for like production, you're going to put in money now. It is going to come out after a year. So if you've got a loan, it's not going to get out there and then. And with loan, you need to be paying it using your profits from this side. So you need to get a loan when you're actually like at the break-even point, when you know you're making sales, getting some money. From the experience I've seen, you don't need to rush into loans. Use the little you have, the sources you have. Now, if you know you have not yet got the 4 million to go in for a TV advert, then go for expos. Use social media until you reach that stage where you feel your business can do this.
But then social media, you use a lot of social media. Facebook is currently closed. How are you? Which media platforms are you basically using, focusing on? We had a lot of numbers on Facebook. Many people would use Facebook, but these days it's not easy reaching people on Facebook.
Yeah, it's not easy reaching people on Facebook, but at least we have those contacts we had already got when it was not yet crossed. So we still have those numbers. We have to keep checking on our customers, because there are those who just buy because, like, for example, wine is not a necessity. So someone is not just going to wake up in the morning and say, no, I have to buy wine, I have to buy wine.
True.
But if you put it in their face, they'll be like, okay, let me try it. So we have to keep that information.
And do you have referral customers? Like someone has referred me to this?
Yeah, I actually have many referral customers, mainly when it comes to parties. And actually, those customers who refer them have their discounts on the next purchases. Yes.
Okay.
Because it's a good one when someone comes to you and it's like, I want wine, the other person referred me. Yeah, it's a good feeling for a business. You feel you're doing something and people
nice
appreciate.
And people appreciating.
Yes. Wow. So those who do referrals get their discounts on their next purchases. So we have referrals, we have Twitter, we have friends, we have families. In that, if you have a family, they know you make wine, and in their spaces they have a function, so they know, blessing, there's someone who has a party here. So yes.
Okay. Yeah, and as we come to the end of the conversation with you, Blessing, what are some of the recommendations you would give to a young person? You're a young woman and you're doing a lot in business. So there's a young woman who is struggling. Maybe they have their small beginning parts, but they are struggling. They don't know what to do, where to go. And then to also the women, we have a lot of women who are struggling also, in business wise, basically to the woman. You talked of the challenges that you experience as a woman, people putting you down. Yes, and I believe it's not only to you, but it happens to all women. Yes, all women in sectors. So recommend something good to them, or encourage them not to give up. And yes,
I would encourage every young person out there to start. There's no right time for starting. Just start. Then most of the things are learned on the way. When you start, like we have, for example, these days we have this mode of what we call kuyiriba. I have wine, but you can come to me. I know I am working with different women, young people, who actually, some are still students. They come, take on stock, then add in their profit to get something. Okay. So do kuyiriba. We have very many people who have businesses and can't be actually on social media. So tap on those people. Someone has a shop in town. They are selling, let's say, undergarments. You go agree with these people. All we need is actually to be honest. So long as someone trusts you, then I think we can work with each other. If you come to me, I can give you the wines. If I'm selling it 25, I can say, okay, I'm leaving for you a margin of 2,000 or 3,000, and then sell. So at least you can have something as you also learn. And then we have different spaces that are doing trainings these days. Business planning, financial management. What we need to be open and attend these trainings, you know, most of us say, there's no money. Those ones are doing their accountabilities. How do I spend
my day sitting?
But they are important. They are equally important. They open our minds. We get to know what people are doing best. So I would encourage anyone who is out there, whether they have money or they don't have, they can do something.
They can do something.
Yes, they need to be trustworthy and be ready. I use the word being ready because most of the time when you're not ready for something, you cannot do it. By the moment you go out there and find something, you can go out going to shop clothes to sell clothes, but you find someone who is actually selling kitchenware, has a better deal, and you're like, you can take it on until you find your foot, and you're like, this is what I can do. Because I have also done different businesses before I reached here. Yes.
Okay.
So I would encourage everyone to start with what they have, use their circles, like the friends, the family, find themselves, know what best they can. I remember I asked this question, there's some group we are in, and I was like, if an opportunity comes in now, what best can you do? You may find you're good at talking, and it's a skill. So, and you may find there's someone who needs someone who can do that. So you need to know, actually need to first find who you are. And for example, I had a challenge with public speaking. Before you couldn't call me on this TV and I come. So, but when I realized that is my challenge, I had to go for a public speaking course, so that at least I can improve on my skill and know what exactly I'm supposed to do. Because I know I need to push this. No one is going to do it for me, so I have to find ways to do it. So I would encourage everyone to use what is within their means to get what they want and get where they want to be. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Blessing. And where do we find Blessed Wines? You talked of supermarkets, but you can give us specific locations.
Okay.
You can give your number to people, those who can do bookings with you.
Blessed Wines is found in Nansana, Wakiso. That's where our factory is. But our main outlet is on DT Complex, Nansana, just after Finance Trust Bank. We have stockists in town. We have Helen Events, who is at Arua Park Plaza. We have Totala Plaza at TBC2, room to BC2. We have Obnuzu Restaurant at Wandegia. And we have Mbarara. We have a stockist in Mbarara. Yes. We have another stockist in Fort Portal.
Wow.
Yes, but with all the orders on the number 0776 705300, they can pass through all their orders they want for bookings. Those with parties, we can give you customized packages for parties, which are a little cheaper. We do the deliveries, we do the customized labels for you at no extra cost. And we can actually be at the party and serve that wine.
Wow.
If you need it, yes. And we are in all expos. If you need us in all expos, we are always there. Yes.
Wow. And your very last words to our viewers.
My last words, I would say, I would like actually to thank you for hosting me here. And for giving me that chance to talk to other people who are in the same business or in different businesses, but I know we have almost the same challenges, same opportunities. So I would say everyone needs to start and learn along the way. Let's do research. Let's learn from the best. Let's get mentors. Let's get accountability partners. With business, there's a lot of teamwork. If you need something and you know there's a friend who has it, then team up and do something together. Partnerships are good. They develop the business so fast. And we need to learn from our mistakes. Let's take feedback in a positive way, whether negative or bad, but we need to get the feedback, learn from it, and know what to address. Yes.
Wow. It has been a blessing to have Blessing on the show. Yes, Blessing, thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, basically this is a space for women. We want to mentor women, young women, uplift ourselves Yeah, and it is good that we have women in business, manufacturing business. Yeah, we wish you all the best in whatever that you're doing. And to you, our viewers, thank you so much for always watching us. You're always lovely and wonderful viewers. Leave a comment, share our link, and also catch us next weekend as we bring you other exciting stories and conversations. I've been your host, Madrid. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.